Good morning, gang. Halfway through the week again. Week again. It's Wednesday, the 5th of August 2020. Good morning to you and welcome to the Chapel Hill Marina. And this morning's United Kingdom talk, well, I'm very pleased to say a tip has already arrived this morning, boys and girls. Yes, I've already been given a £2 tip before I've even said a word. Perhaps the tip is the tip for the opening video. Is that what it's for? There you go, from Peter right there. Let me give you 2 free raffle tickets. 938 and 939 for you, Mr. Peter Wright. Are you in competition with Sean Pye? He gave me a £5 tip last night. Gosh. You couldn't make it up, could you? Anyone who's sending a tip today, every time you send us a £1 tip, I will give you a free raffle ticket, and that's for our hat, our blue hat. It is blue, not black. It looks a bit black in that light for some reason, but I promise you it is blue, that over there. That's the Super Chatter prize raffle, which is tomorrow, actually. God, we're already at Wednesday. Goes so quickly, doesn't it? Goes so quickly. But Peter says in his chat message there, punishment for being a pain. Well, actually, it should be £4, to be honest, Peter, because you're on a list of a couple of names here. You're on, and there's someone else who's on that list as well. I'm very, very disappointed. Very disappointed. 2 people in particular, and where's my glasses gone? Oh, don't say they're not in here. Oh, where are they gone? I've lost my glasses. I've got to be in the. Maybe they're in the living room. Never mind. I'll try. I'll struggle on like Mummy's brave little soldier. There are 2 people on this list today, and both of them are in this chat room, and you're one of them. Do you know who the other one might be? I'm very, very disappointed. I can't do it without the glasses. Just a moment, please. Don't look at my bum. No looking at my bum while I walk out. I'm fed up with the pervs on here. Just a moment. There we are. I have two pairs of glasses here at the Lincolnshire Television Studio Complex. I have these ones, which are just like normal ones, and I have my Harry Potter glasses, which Great Nephew Harry likes. There you go. Great Nephew Harry likes it. I think I'll use these ones today. They could do with a little bit blurry. Just a minute, bit blurry. Can't see out of them. Yes, let's do it. Let's do it properly. Otherwise, not at all. Do you know what I mean? Yes, very, very disappointed this morning. I don't have a sore throat, Denise, but my the voice has dropped a bit. It dropped a bit when I woke up. I noticed. Actually, this is the first time I've spoken today. I don't sort of walk around. I know some people think I do. But I don't walk around the caravan talking to myself. But anyway, let's do this properly. Yes, very, very disappointed. There's a couple of people who are in this chat box this morning. And one of them is Peter Wright. And I'm afraid the other one is you, Denise Andrews. Very, very disappointed. Not here for the quiz last night. Is there something wrong with my quizzes? You know, did you find something better to do? I mean, I don't know. Was there something of enormous interest on the telly? Has Gemma Collins started a new TV series? Or perhaps Katie Price? Or Peter Andrex? Have they started new shows on the telly? Are you totally enthralled by Z-list celebrities instead of, you know, an international television star? Very disappointed. Both of your names are on this list. Look, Denise Andrews and Peter Wright. Not there for the quiz last night. But don't worry. Don't worry. That's okay. It's all right. I don't mind sitting here talking to myself. You know, it's what happens as you get older. People just don't want to know. Oh, well, not to worry. So, Peter, another £2 from you, I think, really. As punishment, darling. As punishment. Not only that, I'm very tempted to send Mandy Davenport round. But, as it's your first offence, Denise, we're going to let you off this time. It's not something I do lightly let people off. I will let you off from that this morning. But Peter, I'm sorry. Mandy Davenport ran on her way round your house at this moment with pain and suffering. Shocking state of affairs to carry on. Anyway, so that's it. I did notice when we played a good quiz last night, we had a nice time. I noticed when I was playing the quiz, the piano part of it, which I recorded for you, I think Sunday. I can't remember when I did it. Doesn't matter. I did notice while I was playing that, the overhang of my stomach. I did notice that Worry not, darling. Thank you so much to the vile, disgusting Mick Davenport for pointing that out. Why not point out all our faults, Mick? You just carry on, darling. If you want to just sit there and write yourself a little email, send it over to me pointing out every single little fault you can find, including my mate had a little go at trimming my eyebrows, and it appears I've lost part of my eyebrow now. That was last week. Terrible. So I did notice the stomach hanging over the piano yesterday, which is not good at all. It's amazing. You're the second person now of limited intelligence, I have to say, who has said, "Oh, you must be eating all the honey roast crisps. I've had 2 bags in 4 weeks." I think that's hardly... Please get your facts right, darling. Please do investigative journalism. Unlike what they do now on the BBC and ITV, investigative journalism, so you can get the facts right first before you start screaming and shouting, just like Mike Responso did it as well. "Oh, you must be eating all the honey roast crisps." Obviously, I don't know if you actually laugh like that, but I think pain and suffering to be issued to both Mick Davenport and Mike Rees Davenport by the delightful Mandy Davenport. Thank you very much for that. And that would be much appreciated, Mandy. All right. After the show last night, I watched Holby. That was good. Mandy and Fran Green watched Holby. I don't know who else watched it. Anyone else watched Holby? Excellent TV series. And poor Rick Griffin, he's not well. He's about to have an operation. Although he's gone under. He's gone under. And the person doing the operation, what's her name? Character played by Joe Martin. She's been called away to do another operation. And he's already under. As in... on the operating table, complete with pipes and that going into his mouth. So she's been called away. And Joe said, I can't remember her name now, Mrs. McKendry. Was it? No, Mrs... Oh, the lady who's in charge, big lady who's in charge. She said to keep him under. So he's under. She's gone off to do another emergency operation somewhere else while he's still unconscious. But now his temperature's dropping and they're all running around very worried. And the evil one, who's now hit the bottle again, I can't remember what his name is, he's walking around the hospital and he's spotted Rick Griffin, who we all know and love, laying in the hospital. Laying in the hospital. It's terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Oh, your angry faces. Look, it says little angry faces again. Don't do it. I'm going to help you today, Mick, because I'm concerned about anger. And you clearly haven't taken my advice to go to anger management courses. I'm going to give you a cup of tea this morning, just to let you calm down for a moment or two away from the angry faces. Just a 5-minute cup of tea from you this morning, for you, Mick Davenport. All right, my love? You go and put the kettle on. Don't have any biscuits or cakes. Remember your heart, but I'm concerned. All these little angry faces, it worries me. Can you see how worried I am? About your angry faces. So do keep an eye on that. It's very, very bad for your heart, my love. All right, so that's Holby City. Partial success yesterday on my DIY skills. Partial success on the DIY skills. I had a new tyre to put on my bike because the old one, it's a really old bike, it's cost me 30 quid. My nephew went and got it from somewhere. And let me just turn the messages off, it's putting me off. The tyre, the front tyre, I pumped it up and I went for a long cycle a couple of weeks ago, last time I was here. And there were bulges out the side of the front tyre. At one point, you could actually see the inner tube bulging out the side of it. So I thought, might be time to replace that one. So I ordered one off Amazon. That came in the post. And minor DIY success, not complete, minor DIY success. I managed to get the tyre on and not damage the inner tube. Now, believe me, some of the people here who've got bikes, oh, what's they talking about? That's really easy to do. No, I don't find anything like that very easy to do. However, I done it. And I didn't damage the inner tube. I'm very pleased. The old tyre came off. The hardest part was getting the old tyre off, to be honest. Managed to get that off. And the inner tube appeared to be almost stuck, probably quite an old inner tube, almost stuck inside the old tyre. So I got that out. And then I remember reading somewhere you should put a new tyre on with the inner tube in the tyre and not round the rim, which I didn't know. And I also knew that you were supposed to, I think, pump it up a little bit. Just put a little bit of air in the inner tube. Not like hard, just a small amount. So I put the inner tube in and I pumped it right up and it expanded into the tyre. And then I let all the air out again. And then I put the tyre on and it worked. Obviously, I had to take the wheel off first, undone the 2 nuts, right? So very happy. Very happy. Then I got it in there and started doing these nuts up and adjusting the wheel so that it didn't hit the brakes while the thing went round, so it's in the middle there. And I thought, yeah, okay. Carried on tightening the nuts. And then one of the nuts, and I wasn't doing it very tight, it starts spinning, doesn't it? I thought, oh, no. Oh, no. And I thought, well, that's funny. Why is that spinning now? And it would go tight, 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 and then spin. I thought, I know what that is. It's a damaged nut, isn't it, inside? So minor DIY success. My feeling is it was already like that. I just didn't know. That's my feeling, because I would have known if I'd have yanked it round and it had gone. I know that would have been me, but I didn't. I was literally doing it up like that, and a little bit of a spanner, and then it starts tightening. Okay, get ready and then it just went round. For some reason, I then took the nut off, put it round the other way, and put it back on to see if that worked. No, that didn't work either. So on examination of the inside of the nut, I thought it was that was damaged, because you can't really see any damage around the spindle. That thing that goes through the wheel on the front there, the spindle. Couldn't really see any damage on that. Anyway, later on in the afternoon, my brother-in-law and nephew came round, so I rang them up first. Have you got a nut for a bike? Okay, so they brought round a nut, which had a nylon thing on the end, supposed to stop it coming off, I think, or undoing perhaps. And we'd done that up so far, and once again that one started spinning as well. So it's clearly that, is it a spindle, that thing that goes through the wheel? I don't know what that thing is, like a screw thing, what you attach both nuts to. Nut, wheel in the middle, that thing. Seems to be that's kind of given way. So we managed to get it done up so tight without it spinning round. And my brother-in-law said, just put another nut on the end, because that doesn't look damaged, and that'll hold the other one on. So we might give that a go. Otherwise, that's a new wheel. Enormous expense to me, dear. It's just all out going. So minor success at the DIY yesterday. The other thing I had to do was put a new saddle on my bike. DJ Chris, he heard of my woes of me getting a sore bum on my bike here. He's already given me one saddle that he wasn't using, and he got me another one, which was very kind of him. So I installed that on the bike yesterday, and that went on nicely. You have to take the old one off, just undo screws, and it's got this pole thing, isn't it? That takes your weight. I might have to have mine strengthened, to be honest. This pole, the saddle sits on the top like that, and this pole like that. So I put the pole in the new saddle, and it wouldn't go any further. And I discovered at the top of it, there's like a metal bit, so it stops. If something was to slip, it stops the pole going right up you and doing terrible damage. You could have terrible damage done if that pole went straight through the saddle. Believe me, my love. Oh dear, I think that would even hurt me. Gosh. So that went on, but I might take it for a little bike ride later today and see if I get on with that. All right, good morning to Sean Pye. Good morning to Sean Pye, who sent in 2 emails. I probably haven't picked those up yet. Sean may have made them a little bit late for today's show. Are they pictures at all? Yeah, she sent those at just after 6, wasn't it? So, just after 8, yeah. So I don't sit there looking at the emails all the time, but yeah, I'll deal with those a little bit later. Thank you, Sean. So that's my DIY skills. I've got to go to Gary's later to return his little light. We've got a new light here, you see. It's very good. Very, very effective. I mean, there is it with it off. Look, off. Yellow. Don't like that. Yellow. Unless, of course, I think Donald Trump uses yellow lights, doesn't he? And back to the white there. He's got a little ring light. So I've ordered one. and that's coming today. So I'll go round to Gary's. I had it delivered to Gary's, as I've got to deliver this one back to him, and that'd be nice. Pleased to let you know that the chocolates arrived for the children. Chocolates have arrived for the children that I ordered off Amazon because I ate the ones I gave them. Naughty, naughty. And yesterday, my brother-in-law and nephew came round to install my brand new 4G aerial. I've made a little video of this, which I'm going to show you now, boys and girls. And for some reason, I recorded most of it, and then I stopped. I don't know why I stopped. I think they went away to get something. And while they were doing that, I started watching the telly with my sister. And anyway, they came back and continued to work. And I thought to go out and record them. But I've kind of finished it off with a couple of pictures. So you'll see that right now. The brand new 4G aerial, which I've had installed to improve this program, really, coming to you over the 4G network. Here's a little video we made yesterday over the installation of my new aerial. Martin and Gary have arrived, my nephew and brother-in-law, for the installation of our new 4G aerial transmitter. All I went was... Pardon? Oh. So I'm being instructed here. All I did was go up the ladder, you know, thinking I might help. And look, damage already. Hopeless. Anyway, they require one of my many tools here, the adjustable spanner. Thank you very much. I'm going out and we'll see them at work. I'm sorry the camera's a little bit shaky. I don't have my tripod with me. Thank you. Here's my tool.
Yeah, we need that.
There we are. Oh, lovely. What a lovely T-shirt you've got on there.
I've got to support the channel,
I just noticed that.
When I'm on the job, I like to support the channel.
There's my nephew, and there's the aerial upside down at the moment. That's what's going up there. And I hope to get a little bit of a better reception, which isn't bad here, to be honest, anyway. But still, we're going to have a go. See how that goes. We're just delicately adjusting the nuts and things like that. Look at the. More importantly, look at the damage to my hand, and I've got no antiseptic spray.
2 minutes he was on the job. Look, he's injured himself.
All I did was go up this ladder, right? And yet another attempt has been made on my life. If I can just show you, boys and girls, where is it now? Where is it? There it is, up there. There it is. There was a little bit of metal sticking out. Look, there it is. I've had to bush it down with a hammer. Why is it me that happened to? And it's all I did, go up the ladder.
You didn't actually bush it down with a hammer. You used the universal spanner.
The universal hammer cum spanner.
Yeah.
And as you can see, a delicate operation now being very gently done up on this piece of weathered wood.
Couldn't have done it without your tool, Chris.
I think it's weathered.
Yeah, you'll be painting that white.
I like your windows.
No doubt.
Windows are very nicely done.
Right, okay.
With the privacy thing.
So put the ladder over here, Gary. Let's throw that whole bit of chat over there. It's going to be high enough, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, if that makes a difference, I don't know. Let's see. I think it wants to be facing that way.
Oh, that way, like that?
Yeah, but I'm not 100% sure. But you'll be able to twist it round, won't you?
That's that later on, yeah.
I'll adjust it, see what happens.
Oh, look at the muck up here.
We'll clean that for 150 quid.
I've just done it.
No,
Look how clean that is now. I've done that a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Couple of holes there. Couple of holes there. And a couple of holes at the top, yeah?
I don't know what's in that box.
I don't know.
Can you see that box there? I've no idea what's in that. If anything.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Is it some sort of electrical thing? Or?
It's not sealed up properly, whatever it is, so I don't know.
Is it screws? I'll open that one
There
day
is a
and have a
couple
look.
of screws on, yeah.
Well, we're drilling this hole, yeah? For this hole.
No, smaller drill.
You've got one.
Out of case.
Let's go forward a bit. And there it is, and that's how you're watching and listening to me this morning. Up the little white wire and out through that square thing on the top. And it's made an enormous difference, actually, on speeds. I did have them written down there, but... oh, there they are. Here I am. For those of you that are a little bit technically minded, I won't go into it too much. But before I put that up, the internal thing on the actual router, I was getting about 31 meg coming down, 7 meg going up, and that ping thing was 45. And since putting the aerial up and attaching myself to it, the ping's the same at about 46. But the download speed is now up to 50. I've got a maximum of 50 so far, and the upload speed is the one 23, from 7 to 23 meg. That's an enormous difference. So well worth the effort of doing that. And I've been able to increase by 1,000 the quality of the picture coming towards you, which if you were on a little device you won't notice any difference, a phone or something like that, but if you're watching on a big telly or something like that, you should notice a difference, that together with the little light there. So well worth the effort, and thank you very much to my nephew and brother-in-law for achieving such wonderful things. Thank you, in the effort to bring you the highest quality possible. All we've got to do now is work on the content. Right, let's say hello to some of you this morning. Good morning to Jason Hughes, Zabrina Walker, Shania Still, Mandy Davenport, Mr. Peter Wright, Diane Jeb. Morning, Diane. Hello to you. Gary Ross, 2 tickets. Gary is there. Hello, Gary. Mick Davenport, who's already having a cup of tea. He's probably back from the tea break now. There's our lovely Denise Andrews, not here for the quiz last night. I missed you, Denise. Good morning to you. Oh, where are we going now? Let's have a look. Daniel Woodhouse, good morning to you. Toblerone lovers. I can't stand Toblerone. I hate it. People go through airports, don't they, and they buy those great big enormous things of Toblerone. Why they do that, I don't know. Sean Pye there, good morning. Fun things to do with tech. Nice and early for you today. Hello to you, sir. Denise says I'm no good at quiz, just the music round. She just pops in for the music round at the end. That's all right. That's usually about 9 o'clock. Something like that, Denise. All right, my love. Who else? We've done all these names there. Let's just come down there. Carol and Dave, good morning to you. Hello to Carol and Dave. Yes, I was run over by my brother-in-law. He was just testing out the tyres on his brand new, beautiful colour, isn't it? The blue Mondeo. They used the outside of my caravan as a backdrop. No rent was paid. Well, he's paid in rent. He's paid in rent by putting up my new aerial. Good morning to Carol and Dave this morning. Nice to see you there. All right, you two. Park Nest, good morning to you. There's Christopher Woodhouse, who bought me the new saddle for my bike, which has been expertly installed, Chris. Thank you very much for that one, Chris. Very kind of you. There's Mark Bowles. Morning, Mark. We've got the bingo later. Don't forget, gang. One game of bingo for you a little bit later. Good morning to John Aitken. Hello to John. Morning, Johnny, baby. Mari Lowe's there as well. Morning, Mari. Are you back at your house yet, Mari? Your proper house? If so, just pop your email over to me and I'll get another fridge magnet to you, and hopefully this one will arrive undamaged. All right, my love, it's not your fault, it's just one of those things, isn't it? Morning to Adam Tubero. Morning, Adam the plumber. I agree, Chris, you are excellent at doing your famously renowned show as seen on BBC Television Colour in January, but not good at DIY. That's why you have Adam the plumber and maintenance services. Yeah, but you're a bit far to call you out to come all the way up here to change a tyre on a bike. But I have a feeling whoever did it, they would have come across the same problem, and that is the nut spinning around on the damn thing there. But never mind. What else have we got here? Let's just scroll down. There's Paul and Lou. Good morning to Paul and Lou. Nice and early this morning. Yet not quite on time. Not like Denise Andrews. She's there, mate. She's there at the crack of dawn, waiting. She's watching a little video come over, the sun rising and the birds singing. But you just seem to pop on whenever you feel like it. Okay, well, that's fair enough, Paul. And at least you're well behaved. You're never a problem, you two. Never, ever a problem. If only everyone was like that. There's Scrap It Man, as just featured in my worldwide famous television programme. Good morning to Gary Butler, Scrap It Man on his own channel there. There's Martin Butler, the Chuckle Brothers. That's what they call them. Retro Restore. That's the chap who was in the video with my nephew there. Just that's Retro Restore Martin, my brother-in-law, the Chuckle Brothers. Yeah. They come round and look at my DIY and chuckle. Morning to you. Where did you get this one? I need one for my 3 mobile router. First of all, make sure you can check you can get an aerial into your 3 mobile router. You will need two connections, okay? It has 2 cables. Doesn't matter what way round they go. That's because part of the aerial is horizontally polarised and the other one's vertically. There's 2 things in that box that you see at the top of the pole there. Amazon. I will give you a link later. Just send me an email and ask me for the link for the aerial and I'll send it to you. It's got a 5-metre cable on it. You can extend the cable, although not advised because then you'll lose signal down it. But it's made an enormous improvement, absolutely enormous improvement. All right, Adam, but I'll be happy to send you the link for that after we finish the show. Where are we now? Oh, sorry there. Let's just scroll down a little bit there. There we are. Mari, it's back in Dorset now. Okay, Mari. Yeah, just pop your address over, my love, and I'll be very happy to send you another fridge magnet to her. Because she had the last one nicked. I mean, the envelope was ripped open. It could have been a machine. Could have been someone nicking it. We never know, really. Good morning to Michael Pullman, just joining us. Hello to Michael Pullman. I'm interested. We've old Rushy, who we quite like, actually. I think he's a very good Chancellor. Rushy, Chancellor of the Exchequer, has been giving out half-price meals, isn't he? Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday throughout the whole of August. Although I gather, I don't know, perhaps you'll correct me if I'm wrong here, I gather you've actually got to sit in and eat it. So presumably you couldn't go to like a KFC or a Burger King or a McDonald's drive-through. I don't think you can do that and get it out of that little window. You know, you speak to that gadget, don't you, as you're driving in. I'm not keen on those drive-throughs. You know, I mean, does anyone ever, at least when you were walking into a restaurant, you had to walk from the car to the restaurant. Now, you don't even have to get on the car. I can't bear people eating in my car. Oh, my God. Well, the worst thing you can eat in a car is a smelly kebab, isn't it? God knows what meat's in a rat meat and dead animals on that thing. It's twirling around in front of that radiator fire type thing. Oh, it's awful. Awful. But I don't think you can do it on takeaway. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Perhaps you could have a look at that, please, if you don't mind. Adam the plumber, who's going to do a bit of investigation for me today. What colour's the ink? Oh, bless Yvonne Lemon. Bless her heart, darling. She was obsessed. She won a pen on Sunday. And she just kept asking what the colour of the ink was. Why does that matter? What colour's the ink? It's a pen. You win it, accept it or don't. Which is it? You know, do you want it or not? God's sake, what colour is the ink? Anyway, so I'm not sure that you can... Yeah, Shania says only eat in. So I bet all these... Because no one watches the news properly. They'll only see the bits, a bit like this show. People only see the bits that they want to see. You know, and they would say, oh, half-price food. Let's rush down to McDonald's. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I think it was a bit of a mistake, to be honest, giving this stuff to people who eat McDonald's, Burger King and KFC. Because my personal opinion of that is they would go anyway. You know, if it's like a little privately owned restaurant, I don't know, something Chinese, Indian, Italian, English, whatever, little private or just, they've got a few shops in the chain, that might well help them. That could well help them. But McDonald's and that, that bit didn't make sense to me. You know, but there we are. That's how it is. Well, there's so Shania says it is indeed only eat in. So there we are. There we are. Okay, but has anyone done that yet? Have any of you gone into a restaurant and had a half-price meal? It seems a pretty good deal to me. I won't be doing anything like that, I'm afraid. I'm not going to go into any enclosed spaces, or as little as possible without wearing a mask. And you can't sit in a restaurant with a mask on, can you? What would be the point of that? Good morning to Retro Boy this morning, just joining us. Morning, Retro Boy. Is Gary back on yet? Has he sorted his computer? He's having a little bit of a chat of an email with him last night. Top marks to him for going on air on a mobile phone. Fantastic. The show must go on, dear. The show must go on, and he certainly did the other night. Top marks to him. Chris Woodhouse. No, you can't use it for takeaways. Only to be used in the restaurant. So there we go. Smelly kebab, like something I used to pick up at a club. No, you were the smelly kebab, I've heard, Gary Ross. You are the smelly kebab. Dear me. If you're going to go out with Gary Ross, you want some air freshener in that car afterwards. Awful. Daniel Woodhouse has just found a chocolate bar called Plop. Oh, I don't think I like the sound. I think you can have that yourself. I'm not really onto it. Plop? For a chocolate bar? How awful. I sent great niece and great nephew niece Evie and great nephew Harry some chocolates yesterday because I bought some last week from Hotel Chocolate. I bought, just a couple of slabs. I thought I'll have one. Well, I was going to buy one, and then they were 3 for £10 or £3.95 each. So I bought the 3. So I had one, and I thought I'll keep the other 2 for the 2 children. But there are 2 in a packet. So then I had another one, knowing that there are still 2 in this other packet. But unfortunately, I had that one as well. So I had to send them some chocolate because foolishly, I told them that I bought them some chocolate. After that, I ate the chocolate, so I had to send them some on the Amazon. Amazon do Hotel Chocolate. They do a delicious caramel slab, which is really nice. Good morning to Leslie Ross. Good morning to Leslie Ross, who just says me. So good morning, me. Morning to me. Joe's going out again today. Good to you. Oh, sorry, Joe. Oh, Leslie Ross, she's been out on the half price thing there. Have you, my love? Good. Let's just pop up a little bit there. Good morning to Michael Lawrence. You're quite right there. They want to stop obesity, but they have this eat out scheme. Yeah, it's very contradictory, isn't it? But then a lot of the information coming out of there is contradictory. I can't make head or tail of it. It's just really... All I know is that I don't want to be around people, and I'm certainly not going to go in any enclosed spaces. I mean, at the end of the day, please use your own brains. There's an amount of thick people out there who don't want to do anything unless the government tell them. Use your own brains. Some of you don't want to wear a mask or anything. Well, you've got to in a shop, I'm afraid. But if you don't want to wear it outside and you want to take the risk, so be it. Let you go and do it. Go and do it. I don't. I won't take the risk. Certainly not. Certainly not in shops and places like that. And I understand there are people that are quite happy and they don't believe in it. Oh, fine. Okay, well, you go and do it then. That's fine. Each and every one to themselves. But you shouldn't need to be told by the government. As I said before on the show, the amount of thick people that ring up radio stations, they know all this business. Oh, I've got COPD and a heart condition and my lungs are about to give out. Do you think I should go on a bus? Or what do you think, you thicko? What would you do? Oh, I don't know. No one's told me what to do. Oh, Christ, I think to myself, what hope is there for the world, my love? It's like you go into the shop. Are these the same people? They might go into Tesco's. Oh, I'm here in Tesco's. Can anyone tell me what shopping to get? Oh, Christ, it just does my head in, listening and watching some of these idiots on, Question Time and ringing in radio station, thick as 2 planks. What would you do if you had a lung and heart condition and you're about to get on the bus tomorrow? What would you do? Would you get on it? Because I certainly wouldn't. Madness. Joe's going out again today. She's making the most of her half-price meals. What are you having, Joe? Is it a nice Italian, dear? I don't mind Italian as long as it's got no dead animals in it, my love. Poor little chickens and things like that. And then they're dead. Oh, it's awful, dear. Awful. Let's just scroll up there. Shania hasn't had one Monday to Wednesday. We've been out in a cafe for breakfast. Felt very safe. Plastic screens on either side of the table. That's what we want. Mobile plastic screens that we can hold in front of us at all times. I saw someone did a drag show. This was videoed recently. I don't know where the video is, to be honest. And it was in some sort of club. And I must say the tables didn't look very socially distanced, but nevertheless, she had this plastic screen on some wheels. And as she was singing, she'd move the plastic screen in front of her like that. Very amusing. And that became part of the act, you see. Very, very funny. Very, very funny. Very funny. Leslie says you're looking beautiful, Chris, every day. I don't think so. That was a few years ago now, Leslie. I know you're being nice, but we're all aging terribly badly, especially Mick Davenport, unfortunately. Retro Boy, government have also invested billions into cycle infrastructure to promote cycling, which is a good thing. I think certainly down at the Bracknell television studio complex in Berkshire, we have a wonderful network of cycleways down there. You don't really have to go on the road at all. Some of and it's clearly marked. You know, some of the pavements are shared with cyclists, but I have to. And then you've got like a pavement and a cycle thing. But the annoying thing is, and it's very annoying, right? So they're clearly marked out cycle pavement, and the pavement is raised, and the cycle kind of is like a mini road, right? But you get people walking, and especially with prams, they're on the cycle bit, and then you ring the bell, and it's like you shouldn't be there. The way they look at you, you know the sort. Mothers with prams. Oh, how annoying are they? Get out of the way, dear. I've got a baggie. And good morning to did you see Mark pop up there? Mark Jones. Morning to Mark. Went out Monday evening tonight to a German restaurant. What's German food? I don't know what German. Isn't that sausages? They're famous for sausages, aren't they? Good morning. There's a food expert on here now. Sherry DMP. Good morning, Sherry. Ciao Bella to you. Ciao Bella to you. Let's just scroll down a little bit there. Because we're not keeping up now. Fun thing to do with tech, we don't want to go to a restaurant or takeaway, as they only put the price up. They make a lot more so they can get more from the government. That wouldn't surprise me either. I'm sure some of them will do something like that. Rules out pizza, lasagna and spaghetti bolognese for Chris. They all do vegetarian versions, Parknets. No need to eat dead animals. No need to eat dead animals. And John Parrish just arriving there. Good morning to John Parrish as well. All right. Okay, let's do some of these stories for you this morning. Netflix, do you watch Netflix? I'm a bit of a Netflix person. We've got, that's on Amazon Prime, I think. We've got the new Star Trek starting in October, as I'm reliably informed by our Star Trek expert, DJ Chris. I think that's going to have to be a job. I'm going to give you that job. You are now a Star Trek expert, DJ Chris. DJ Chris is our Star Trek expert, reliably informs me that Star Trek Discovery is coming back on Amazon Prime, I think it is, in October. But Netflix, my favourite programme on there recently, as you know, has been Snowpiercer. There's already another series 2 has already been made, and that's coming back at some point. Don't know when that's coming back. But do you ever think you haven't got enough time to watch all this stuff on the telly? Well, Netflix may have the answer. I don't know how you feel about this. And I have a feeling if we were to start doing this, you'd get used to it and start using it more often. In The Sun, this is a couple of days ago, Netflix has added new controls that let users speed up or slow down the pace of their favourite shows. The feature is currently available for Android users, so no good with us with iPhones, or I don't know if it works on. Do we have Android tellies? Is that a thing? I don't know. I mean, I've got Netflix on my telly. Whether that's Android, I don't know. The feature is currently available for Android users, who now have the option to watch at 1.25 or 1.5 times the speed. How weird is that? Or if you want to go the other way and you want to increase the longevity of your program, you can actually slow it down to 1/2 or 3/4 of the speed. It says the slower speeds have been praised for the National Association for the Deaf and the National Federation of the Blind. Now, I would imagine anyone who does lip reading, I don't do lip reading. I'm not deaf. So perhaps I'm talking about something I know absolutely nothing about here, but I would imagine the quicker you speak, and I speak quite quickly, and the reason I speak quickly is because there's so much to get in. Sean says my Sony TV is run by Android, so that's interesting now. I don't know what mine's run by. I've got a Toshiba. Useless. Don't buy a Toshiba. I've also got an LG one at home, and that's fantastic. But I would imagine if you're someone who lip reads to understand what they're saying, the quicker they speak, I suppose, the more difficult it is for you to lip read. I don't know anyone lip read here. It says this because the feature will give people more time to read captions and listen to the audio. Netflix has also said it could be useful for people watching films in a different language and requiring captions. Now, I must admit, I'm not one to watch subtitled films. You just don't see the film. You're just watching the words all the time at the bottom. You might as well be reading a book. Dubbed films, I never thought I'd be able to watch dubbed films, but over the last year I've watched several actually, and it's okay. Once you realise that the mouth isn't moving at the same time, and that's okay. In fact, some people's their tellies, they buy sound bars. I've had the trouble with certain channels myself where the sound literally doesn't sync. So the mouth is moving at a different time to when the audio comes out. That's really annoying. Really annoying. And most televisions and indeed soundbars do have an adjustment for that, but it doesn't always work. Doesn't always seem to work. The iPlayer, for some strange reason, the iPlayer seems to be particularly badly affected by that. Certainly here, I'm watching Holby last night on the iPlayer through to soundbar, and that was slightly out. Oh, this frog in my throat is doing my head in. It really is. I have to keep coughing, turning the sound down. I have to lean right over here and turn the button around to do that. It says the streaming platform said in a blog post more than 80% of members use subtitles or closed captions at least once a month, with many of them reporting that they use dubs and subtitles to learn new languages. In the last 2 years, US viewing of non-English titles has increased by 33%. And I think this is all due to Netflix. You know, because you get films from all other countries on there and they just put them on and dub them into English, which works. It does work. It was a particular film called The Platform that I watched, I think earlier this year it was, a couple of months ago now. And it was about people who go in this place and there's all these different levels. Like 300 levels, and a load of food is bought in for the people on the top level, right? And they eat what they want. And then after a given time, I don't know, 2 minutes, the table, there's a big hole in the middle, right? The food drops down to the next level, and those people help themselves to whatever they want. And it carries on down, and right when you get to the bottom, all you've got is bones left. Very, very good. But it wasn't in English. Very, very good film, The Platform. Have a look at that on Netflix. It says, although the feature is being trialled on Android phones, Netflix has plans to roll out on iOS and the web. iOS, that's what I've got on... I believe that's what I've got on my LG TV, iOS. It says you'll need to manually change the speed options every time you watch a new show if you want to use this feature. And Netflix says we've capped the range of playback speeds and require members to vary the speed each time they watch something new versus fixing their settings based on the last speed that they use. So is that something that you might try there? You know, I suppose you could watch, assuming that you can find stuff that you want to watch. I would assume that you could watch more stuff in a given time period, couldn't you? Rather than just sitting there for the hour that if a show's an hour long, then you sit there for an hour. Well, you could sit there instead and perhaps watch it in 45 minutes. I wonder if the tone of the voice goes up. You know, most gadgets, when you speed something up, the tone goes up like that. I don't know. But there is software that you can get to keep the tone at the same level. Because I couldn't stand listening to everything that sounds like a mouse. That would do my head in. that would absolutely do my head in there. All right. Let's just have an interest there. 1 moment. Retro Boy, my neighbouring town is having work done on different roads right up now to the end of the year, installing cycle lanes. Excellent. Yeah, excellent. bratwurst, blockwurst, German sausages. I don't think I've ever had German sausages. Parknest, is it season 3 of Discovery or Picard? Discovery, I said. Discovery. That's what DJ Chris has told us there. Okay, Line of Duty is back on Monday and Tuesday nights. Yeah, isn't it the old ones they're showing, I believe, Michael Lawrence? I believe it's the old ones they're showing. Line of Duty, I saw that advertised last week there. Gary Ross wouldn't find him on a bus. Teenagers having conversations with their mates. One seat in front of them who think they need to shout, and then the phone turns the music on. No, and breathing out all that virus everywhere, dear. All right. AR Gary Ross gets it watching on IPTV. Is that the it's so annoying when the sync goes out. You'd think they would have sorted that out now, wouldn't you? We've had HD tellies and soundbars for years now. You would have thought that they sorted out the sync so that you don't have to do anything. Mucking around with this little thing, back a bit, and you can never be sure if it's going the right way. But if the sync's out on the telly, I never seem to be able to get it to go bang in. And as soon as you've noticed that the sync's out, you can't ignore it, can you? And I try and look at the actors' eyes rather than their mouths moving with the sort of vocals there. Fun things to do with if your sound is out. What is it? Oh, hang on a minute. If your sound is out because of HDMI coding or optical coding not keeping up. Well, yeah, but I mean, it's all very well. Thanks for the explanation there. But how does it help me sort of get it right, or people get it right? We can't do anything with it, can we? It's very, very annoying. Very, very annoying. Good morning to Tony King. Morning, Tony. Oh, there he is. That's fun thing to do with tech. Audio lag in HDMI is fairly common. Causes are typically video processing delay. I mean, it's useless. Why are they selling that stuff? It's so very annoying watching that stuff, isn't it, Mr. Tech Sparky? But there we go. We just have to do it. There we go. John Parrish, did you know if you make me a moderator, I can put Sherry's link here, dear? No, I didn't know that. That's an interesting fact. I had no idea you could do that, John. Daniel, the only platform I know is Marlend. How do they get the Central Line westbound across? The District Line is amazing. In the Daily Mirror this morning, have you ever found anything with a metal detector? Eh? Anyone done? John, you would strike me perhaps as someone who does a bit of metal detecting. I'm always amazed by these people going on beaches and things with the metal detectors, aren't they? Well, this bloke, a metal detectorist in the Daily Mirror, was stunned after he discovered the biggest hoard of his life just behind his local pub. This bloke, Luke, who's 40, has been travelling the globe in search of precious metals for 10 years. The experienced detectorist runs his own metal detector shop, John Allen Electrics, in his hometown of Lindsay in Suffolk, where he's lived with his wife and 3 children for the last 5 years. But he couldn't believe his luck when his trusty Minelab Equinox 800 detector, that sounds good, doesn't it? Eh? That sounds like something you'd have on Star Trek. Picked up £100,000 worth of silver Civil War era coins in the field behind the Lindsay Rose pub. He found all these coins. How exciting. Now, I know they're worth, like, what's he say, £100,000 there? The 100,000? See, I know they're worth £100,000. But quite honestly, if I found something like that, I want to keep them, you know? Wouldn't you? Found like this valuable coin. You know, to actually hold something that was made and handled by people that have been dead for hundreds of years. It's an amazing thing to have. I don't know, I don't think I'd sell it really. That being said, you know, you wouldn't want to tell anyone you found anything because they'd be breaking into your house, wouldn't they? That's why all these celebrities and stars get broken into. You know, they show all their houses. They've got expensive pictures and jewellery all over. Look at where's my jewellery? Look, none. I own no jewellery. I've got a watch that DJ Chris gave me. You know, electronic. I don't suppose that's worth anything. I don't have anything like that. It has no interest. Diamonds. expensive portraits of, I don't know, Mona Lisas and things like that. No interest in that. But to actually have a coin, or indeed a picture that's been painted by someone hundreds of years ago, I think that's a wonderful thing to have. The story goes on, Luke was out with his two friends, detecting in a field behind his local pub, after convincing the owners, his friends, to let them search there. Charlie said he was having Sunday lunch with his family when he got a call from Luke saying he'd found something special. I mean, probably the same thing would happen with my things, you know, in years to come. Those of you that have been lucky enough to perhaps win a fridge magnet or one of my key rings, you know, these are like heirlooms, really, aren't they? You know, when people die, I expect there, but you know, you'll be on your deathbed like, and you'll have a grandchild or something like that there. It's nearly time for me to go. And next to you, you'll probably have one of my fridge magnets. I want you to have this. And just imagine the smiles on your grandchild's face when you hand them one of my fridge magnets as a family heirloom. Either that or they'll just laugh at you, one of the two. Anyway, it goes on. He said that these things will probably be dug up in years to come. You know, when we've had a couple of nuclear wars and everything's been buried and there'll be a digging going on in the year, I don't know, 5,000. We won't be here then, you know that, don't you? We've mucked this earth up big time. There's no going back now. Oh, we're at the tipping point. No, we're not. We're way over the tipping point. Don't be so stupid. We can have a lot of fun trying to sort it out. But will we? I doubt that. People are just going to continue throwing their bits of plastic all over the place. And the disgusting people that go onto places like Bournemouth Beach, dropping their rubbish everywhere, that will just carry on now. Because it's into people to just do that. We're never going to sort this out now. Sorry to be so depressing. And at this time of the morning. But this sort of thing, it will be dug up in sort of thousands of years' time. They will. Oh, is that how people actually looked at the time? And they will see that picture, you see, and think everyone went around well-dressed and well-spoken. You know, people will think that that's how it was, and of course it isn't. I mean, look at you lot, sitting there in your tracksuits and your underwear watching this programme. God, I can't believe it. There's one bloke in a dressing ground this morning. I can see you from here. It goes on. Luke gets quite excited about everything he finds. So at first I was like, yeah, okay. But then he kept ringing and told me I'd had to come down and see what he'd found. This is the story in the Daily Mirror. Luke and his friends had been searching the fields behind the road since 10 o'clock in the morning. And they found all these coins. And it's just amazing. Look, would you like a picture? Let's do a picture. He's found all these coins, which is fantastic. Morning to Maureen. Morning, Maureen. Just texting in there. Morning, Maureen. There you go. Let's just do a picture. There we are. Look at all these coins. Found there, look. Look at that. Coins, dear. Coins. How fantastic. I might start digging up around my caravan later on and see if I can find anything there. A couple of dead bodies, possibly. The 15-acre field where they found the coins has been recently cropped, and a plough had somehow managed to crack a clay earthenware pot buried 2 feet beneath the ground, which is a shame because to have the pot as well intact, I mean, wow. How would that have been? Luke said we went into the field about 10 o'clock. We did some detecting in the morning and found a beautiful gold coin and a little sixpence. And then we went to lunch and had a pub. We went back to the fields and almost immediately I hit this signal and I pulled out this Charles I coin. Wow. And then I hit another and another. That's when he knew he was onto something. After digging in the area with a stainless steel spade, he added, they were everywhere. It was pandemonium. After 10 minutes of searching, I hit this massive signal and I thought, this is it. We dug and saw the pot. The feeling of scraping the dirt away and seeing the coins is indescribable. How totally and utterly exciting is that? And he found 1,061 silver hammered coins, which dated back to somewhere in the 15th to 17th century. The earliest coin was an Elizabeth I era shilling, dated back 1573 to 1578. And he also found many Charles I half crowns from 1641 to 1643. each child's first coin would be around worth £50 to £75, but Mrs. Mills said they'd be worth a lot more money if they were linked to famous historical events. Isn't that just fantastic? Have you ever found anything like that? I wonder. Anything like that? Denise Andrews, Aussie Gold Hunters on Mondays Detect. That's my favourite at the moment. I don't know that programme. That sounds good. But just to find that stuff. Morning to Peter Paliwoda. John Parrish found a Saxon sword in a river doing magnet fishing. Wow. Isn't that great? Love something like that. And Denise also watched a programme called The Detectorists, which I don't know that one, The Detectorists. Wonderful. Mick Davenport said this is tat. Well, I assume you won't want a raffle ticket later then, Mick. You're off the raffle list. If you think it's tat, then don't have a raffle ticket. Don't play the bingo. Don't do anything. Why are you even here? We're quite happy to just have Mandy here. Thank you very much. If you don't like my stuff, rude. Rude. Jason Hughes, we bend metal, not detect it. Who was that bloke? He used to get forks and start bending them, didn't he? What for? Why would you want to do that? Oh, thank you, Mr. Woodhouse. LG has its own software. WebOS, that's right. It is WebOS on there. It is WebOS. Yeah, you're quite right there. So that programme's on Quest. Is it Aussie Gold Hunters? Okay, I'm not sure I can get that on there, to be honest. All right, Katie Price. Oh, wait till you see this picture. There's 2 pictures this morning from Katie Price. Now, we're not sure. We did a prize, a story the other day about Katie Price breaking her ankles. Do you remember that? And she was screaming out in pain. And there was the usual pictures of her laying there in a bikini with her ankles all done up. Well, there's 2 stories here this morning. First in the Daily Mirror, and it says Katie Price has slammed hurtful rumours she's faking breaking both her feet. The 43-year-old star, every time I read her age, it seems to have gone up another 2 years. I'm sure it was 41 the other day. The 43-year-old star has been confined to a wheelchair and sporting large casts from her toes to her calves after falling off a Turkish theme park in a freak accident. Her devastated daughter, Princess, has since claimed it will be a year until her poor mum is able to walk again. Well, hopefully she won't be able to walk to a TV studio for a while and not waste transmission power on her boring life. However, despite the severity of Katie's injuries, many trolls have shared their scepticism about her version of events and have even accused the mum of making up the accident to get secret bunion surgery on her holiday abroad. Bunion surgery. My nan was always going on about her bunions. Has anyone got bunions on here? I always thought it was an extra ankle. But I'm going to show you these 2 pictures now. Right, so here's the one from that story, okay? Check out the teeth. This is the one from that story. That's a little girl there. She's pretty, isn't her, a little girl there. Okay, right? So, believe it or not, that's up to you. But then, after saying that all that thing is lies, and there's a picture of her with a it's the position of the legs that gets me, open as usual. But then after reading that story, which was, these came out, I think, one day after the other. In the other one, Katie Price unveils her real teeth as she sits in a dentist chair the next day. Now, if you were in that much pain, how would you be able to sit in a dentist chair? Now, this is without her fake teeth. You ready for this? This is in this morning's Daily Mail. Look. Oh, my God. Look at the state of that. Look at her teeth. Look at those bottom teeth. Why are they so bad? Is that because of all the work that she's had done over the years? They're in a terrible state, her real teeth. And the story in the Daily Mail says Katie Price has showed off her real teeth after getting her veneers removed. The television personality, 42. That's gone down a year again. These journalists are useless. How much are these people getting for writing this crap? Anyway, she looked dramatically different as she talked to the camera after having her pearly whites taken off in Turkey. In a teaser clip, oh, that's what it's all about, for her upcoming YouTube video, no doubt she'll have 1 or 2 more viewers than me. Katie documented the process of getting her new veneers put in. Joking about the condition of her teeth, Kate said to the camera, "I love it when you talk dirty to me," as she sat down in the dentist's chair. Oh, no, dear. She was in Turkey with her new boyfriend, toy boy Carl Woods, and her children earlier this month to undergraduate. I mean, one of her children's 15. How old's the boyfriend? 22? 24, something like that. Oh, at least when he's finished with her, you can go out and play with the kids somewhere. Take him to a theme park while she sits there recovering on an armchair or something. The couple was spotted leaving a dental surgery in Turkey on Tuesday after getting his and her teeth done. Oh, not him as well. God. Oh my God. Look at her in a dentist chair. I mean, typical. You couldn't make some of this stuff up. Look at her in a dentist chair. She looks like she's ready to go again, doesn't she? Look. Oh, God. Why would you lay on a dentist chair like that? Legs up. A source told The Sun Kate has had problems with her veneers for years, so she's getting them done again soon. Although he's paying for his own, Carl's got his own money. I should hope so as well. But she's walking. She's walking. She then walks out of the dentist place. What's going on here? Oh, she kind of broke her legs then, was it? It was just another attention-seeking thing, wasn't it? Look, they're walking out. He's gorgeous. What's he doing with her? Look, while I'm sitting here. Come on, mate. Come on. I won't parade you about on the newspapers and all that, love. You'll be dumped soon. Like the rest of them. The revolving door of Katie Price just goes on, doesn't it? Gosh. Veneers. Oh, well, veneers, there we are. What else have we got there? Gary Ross, the England football team, hired Uri Geller to help them win the World Cup when Glenn Hoddy was their manager. Did they win? I don't really follow. I don't follow football at all. I think, didn't we last win in 1963 or something like that? Oh, they go on and on about that, don't they? The football people. Oh, don't they go on? They won once in 1960-something. And every time, when we won in 1960... Oh, move on, for Christ's sake. On and on about the same old thing. Let's have a look. Fran's got... Morning, Fran. Fran's got bunions. They really painful. I had an operation on one, so painful, so not bothering with the other. Did it recover after the operation, I wonder, Fran? Eh? They're big things, aren't they, near you, on the other side of your ankle? I remember Nan having a lot of trouble with her bunions. She was, I'm just going to get my bunions done today. What they do to them, I don't know. But and what causes bunions? What is the cause of bunions? I always thought the word was quite funny, bunion. It sounds like something you eat, doesn't it? Like onions. Do they look like onions? Is that why they're called bunions? Oh, dear. All right. What else have we got here? Poor old Richard Bacon. Now, he used to present Blue Peter. Didn't he get done for doing drugs? Didn't he get done? I think he got sacked from Blue Peter for doing the coke, but he's back on there now, isn't he? Not on Blue Peter. I think he does. Doesn't he do Radio 5 Live, Richard Bacon? Anyway, he's had a lucky escape. It's always frightened me, when you're driving along in a car, a wheel blow out. Bang. No warning. You get no warning. That's why you should always check your tyres. Although a bit difficult to check the inside of them, really, isn't it? Unless you get right under the car. I always have a look around my tyres, see if there's anything bulging out there. Richard Bacon's car dramatically caught fire while he was driving his wife and children home from Malibu on Monday. Oh, it sounds posh. Anyone been to Malibu? That sounds quite a nice little place, doesn't it? Do they do camping there? Can you go camping in Malibu? Or is it just posh 10-star hotels or something like that? Quite like the idea of going camping in Malibu. Anyway, Richard Bacon took to Instagram to share photos and video footage of the Land Rover's Discovery engine spewing flames and smoke, while firefighters helped put it out. You just imagine that, driving along the motorway. I mean, I don't know when does a car fire happen? Does it happen at slow speeds, fast speeds, or irrelevant? Any time. Can you just imagine driving along and suddenly your car catches fire and you're doing, I don't know, 70 mile an hour on the motorway? That was so frightening. The former Blue Peter host confirmed he was with his wife and the family's pet dog at the time and the children, but said everyone's safe and happy. Has that anyone happened to anyone on here? Have you ever had a car catch fire? Or a blowout? Scary. He wrote in the caption, I guess we're going to need a lift home thanks to the lovely Santa Monica Fire Department and the delightful people who stopped to help. So that's good. The car started making a funny noise as we drove home from Malibu. Well, that could have been me sitting in the back, you know. I am known for making strange noises sometimes. But then it dramatically caught fire. It says, because we've seen a lot of films, we moved back thinking it might explode. It didn't. Apparently, that's just a movie thing. They don't explode. Well, thank God for that. They just catch fire. All four of us were in there. Everyone's fine and happy. Thank God for that. May not go with Land Rover next time. Well, it's just one of it. It could have been any car, couldn't it? Just it happened to be a Land Rover. Land Rovers, I don't think they've got very good write-ups on Which. You know Which, where they do like reliable. It may well have all the gadgets on it, but I think they're not as reliable as all the Jap cars. The Japanese make excellent cars. Honda, Toyota, all of that lot. They've got very good reliability things, the Japanese cars. But frightening, really. Richard shared his video of the family getting a lift home with the burnt out husk of their car being towed behind them. Absolutely frightening, that. He's got a luxurious mansion worth £4.29 million in the Hollywood Hills. Wow. And all he did was present Blue Peter. Do you think I'll ever have anything like that? Would I want anything like that? A house in the Hollywood films? I don't think so. Don't think I would like that. Peter Palawoda can get types that don't blow out, stay up a few miles. Yes, run flats, I believe, Peter. Very expensive tyres. I think my mate's got those on his car. Oh, he has to have everything on his car, dear. Oh, Christ. The gold trim and all the rest of it, you know. It's only a Mini. It's only got a Mini. Only a Mini. No non-blowout tyres. But they are quite expensive to have, those run flats, don't they? Shania, I think Dad has a tyre blowout on the motorway in a lorry. And it's frightening. It just goes bang, doesn't it? You should always check your oil and water tyres, Chris. Yes. Peter Palawoda, car fires, St Paul's, Bristol. What do you mean? Was there a car fire? I don't know anything about that. Mick Davenport had a blowout at 80 mile an hour. Luckily, it was a rear tyre. Spun me round and luckily missed everyone else. Oh, you were lucky there, Mick. Yeah, frightening that, isn't it, to have that suddenly go bang. Sean had a car catch fire, but that was for insurance purposes. It's scary, though, to have something like that, don't you think? I think, I honestly, the tyre blowout has always worried me a little bit, I must admit. Well, licking. Who does licking? Now, I would imagine that would be something that Mark Bowles would do a bit. Licking people. 2 licking stories for you today. Cows. Moo. Moo. Cows lick each other around the head and neck to show affection and help forge strong friendships, a new study reveals. Do they lick people, though, I wonder? Chilean and US scientists spent 30 years observing a small herd of dairy cows that had recently given birth to observe social grooming, also known as allogrooming. The behaviour, which involves one cow licking another around the head and neck, establishes social bonds and enhances a herd's social cohesion. Did you know this? Researchers found several grooming trends, such as cows grooming individuals that had previously groomed them, and older cows grooming more younger ones. Do you like a little bit of a licking? Is that something that's appealing to you, I wonder? Shall I? Is that how your dad wakes you up in the morning? He goes, to the side of your face. Does he? There's more to this story. Happier cows with constant social contact could help reshape farm management practices to create healthier living environments for the animals, said scientists. Farmers regularly shuffle cows into different groups, but this has a negative effect on their health and productivity by disrupting their network of social contact. So that's the cows, but there's another licking story here. And this is mother and daughter in the Metro this morning. A 68-year-old mother has opened up about the close bond she has with her adult daughter, which sees her licking her awake like a puppy in the mornings. Does your dad do this to you, Shania? Oh, there's something a bit creepy about that, isn't there? Whether it's mum or father. In a clip from a new TL series, E-Mothered, or S-Mothered, which explores extremely close relationships between mothers and their daughters, Marcia is seen creeping into the 21-year-old Alina's bedroom before tonguing her face. Oh, no. No, I don't like people kissing me on the cheek either. I don't like it. Unless they're fit lads, of course, which is perfectly acceptable. Making a sense of slobbering sounds. Making a series of slobbering sounds, Marcia declares she wants to lick her all up as she starts covering her face and making noises. Rather than be shocked awake, Alina is seen giggling at her mum's unusual ritual, later telling the cameras how much she enjoys it. She says, "I love it when Mama licks me. It kind of makes me feel close to her because we're doing something funny and out of the ordinary," she tells the camera. "It's a thing we do every single day. She kept pestering me for a puppy and I couldn't get her a puppy," Marcia adds, "so I turned into the doggy. Alina tastes pretty good and all sweet. I just want to eat her all up." Oh my God. We'll probably see another news story in a few days' time of a small girl that's been chopped up and eaten by this same woman. Well, that's just weird. Other games include chasing each other, with one doing the running, getting licked all over when they're caught. That just don't sound right, that does it? But I mean, is this something your dad does to you, Shania? I don't know. Or anyone else on here? Does anyone like to be licked awake? Oh, no. No, Shania Selly doesn't do that. Okay. Fair enough. I'm not really liking the song of that. That's absolutely gross, I'm afraid. I think that's gross. I'm glad to hear he doesn't do that, Shania. Not even after the rosary, I hope. Ever ordered anything wrong on the Amazon? Or Next? Daily Mirror this morning. A mum ordered a bag for her daughter. Now, I've done it with clothes before and I've had to send clothes back. Clothes are not really a good thing to order. It depends where you order them from. When I've ordered stuff, not recently, I haven't ordered any clothes online for some time now, actually. A few years now, actually. But when I was collecting a selection of jackets, not this one, but I would order them like from Ralph Lauren or Ted Baker online. They're always the right size. But then you're paying a premium for that sort of stuff anyway, aren't you? You know, you go to Primark, you better go try it on first. Not that I don't think you can try stuff on at the moment, can you? But this poor lady, a mum who ordered a bag for her daughter from Next, was left in hysterics when it arrived in the Daily Mirror. She was over the moon when she came across a neon pink bag in the Next sale for an absolute steal. Oh, that'd suit you, Adam the plumber. Nice neon pink bag for you to carry your little tools and bits and pieces in. She ordered it for her daughter when she goes back to school in the autumn term, but when it arrived, Louise made a big mistake as she realised how small it was. This is supposed to be, what is it for, a school thing? It arrived and is the size of a small multi-pack bag of crisps. That's how big the bag is. Now, it actually looks big on the screen, this. But I'm pretty sure this is a packet from the multi-bags, right? There's the bag, the pink bag behind the crisps. Wouldn't even get a bag of crisps in it. Why would you want a bag like that? That being said, right, my mate bought his other half. He likes Louis Vuitton or Louis Vuitton or whatever it is, right? Now that stuff is so expensive. I've been in Selfridges before, and there are Louis Vuitton trainers which are like £800-900. All the Arab boys are in there, buying this because they're the only ones who can afford it. Young lads in Selfridges looking at all the Louis Vuitton stuff. And trainers in there, I think the cheapest pair was about £600. It's the sort of thing my younger nephew would buy. He wouldn't think twice if he had the money to spend £600 on a pair of trainers. Louis Vuitton. Well, my mate a couple of years ago bought his other half a Louis Vuitton bag. And it's a small rucksack. It's not much bigger than this bag I've just showed you there, to be honest. £900. Because it's got Louis Vuitton on the back. Blimey. At the time, you could actually get a free carrier bag from Sainsbury's. Why would you spend £900 on a Louis Vuitton bag? I know the ladies, you like your bags, don't you? That's why I went through a phase where I was buying my sister bags and my niece. I think I bought my nephew's wife one as well at some point. A Ralph Lauren one. I mean, not Louis Vuitton. It wasn't nowhere near the prices of Louis Vuitton ones. But not this one. It was Next. I suppose it probably cost you about 20 or 30 quid, something like this. She wrote, I ordered a bag from the Next sale. I thought my daughter could use it for school. It arrived and it's the size of a bag of crisps. When Louis finally received the order and unpackaged it, she was stunned at the size of it. Since being shared, and then it goes on about how many. Why do they always do that? Since the post has been shared, it's racked up 6,000 likes and 2,000 comments. Why do they always put that? Why is that of interest to people? Someone said, prime example of why I hate online shopping. You never get what you're expecting, but you can just send it back and get another one. That's the beauty with the Amazon. They've got the whole sending back thing really well sorted. You don't have a problem if you want to send something back, really. You just tell them. They send you a label. You print it off. Bangs, Bob's your uncle. Send it back. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. That's why I like Amazon. John Parrish says, my mate on here site, my mate here on site, on a caravan site, bought a set of chairs and table for his decking as it looked a bargain on eBay. When it arrived, it was just a doll's house. Was it really? You haven't made that up, have you? A doll's house table and chairs. My neighbour, the bloke who lives next to me down at the house in Bracknell, he built 2 dolls' houses from scratch, not a kit. I was amazed at that. All you blokes and ladies who can do stuff like that. My sister with her sewing. Beautiful things she makes. And Dave, who's my neighbour down in Bracknell in Berkshire, he made 2 dolls' houses from scratch, i.e. bits of wood. And he uploaded these pictures, right? And he sent me pictures. He lives next door to me. He said, what do you think of this, Chris? And what he'd done was got the camera really close to one of the rooms. And I'm looking at it. I just quickly looked at it, in various different rooms. That's lovely. Where is that place? He said, come here and I'll show you. Right? So I left my house, knocked on the door. I said, where's this house then? And he said, there it is there. and there was a little doll's house. And he zoomed in on the rooms with lights that worked. Little lights that came on and off. It just looked like a proper house. And when someone's told you that, then you realise. But I didn't realise when I first looked at it. Very, very talented to be able to do stuff like that. And I know a lot of you can do it. I wish I could. It's just one of those things, you know. Sadly, I'm not too bad on the talking, though. Good. Andy, Jason. Okay, just talking to each other there. That's all right. Thank you, John Aiken. I've done my pills now. Morning to David Fryer this morning. Morning to you. What is a tongue sandwich? Oh, a tongue sandwich. Sorry. Portaloo, the licking stopped after about a couple of weeks. No, thank you. Fancy licking someone awake like that. It's not very nice, is it? Really not nice at all. When's the last time you cleaned out the drain in your shower? This is something that Adam the plumber does for a living. He does pipes. King of the pipes. In the Daily Mirror this morning, a woman made the most disgusting discovery after cleaning the plug hole in her shower. The mum, who has been stuck with a clogged shower for 18 months, finally managed to remove the blockage. But what she found was pretty disgusting. Now, it's something you want to do now and again. Have a look at your drain. Here in the caravan, I've got like a removable thing, and the water goes there, and it goes in this like cup, and then overflows the cup and goes down the pipe. And that cup is supposed to collect anything that would fall out. I mean, it's not exactly going to catch air in there, is it? Or anything else. I don't think there's much dirt that's going to come off of me and clog up that shower. This woman in Australia shared on a Facebook group, Mums Who Clean. She wrote, I've had 3 plumbers come out over the past 18 months as my shower drain kept coming back up. All said it was clear. Unable to bear the issue any longer, the mum tried to clear the stubborn drain herself. Oh, it's disgusting. To rid the drain of the said blockage, the mum used a bottle brush. Now, why the plumbers couldn't sort this out, I do not know. Alongside the post was a snap of what she managed to pull free from the drain, a revolting clump of matted hair. Oh, it's horrible. Do you want to see it? It looks, I tell you what, it looks substantial. This is not a small amount of hair. I mean, this is almost, you could almost make a wig out of this. I'd have to tell some of my drag queen mate, look at that. That was down her drains. Oh my God. Or down her pipes, I suppose. Oh. Have any of you ever had a blocked up toilet? You know, when you flush it and suddenly the water just starts coming up. Oh no. I haven't had one of those myself, but I have had it both in a hotel and I was working at a pub in Brighton once. Pool, P-O-O-L it was called. Dreadful name for a pub. Pool, P-O-O-L. Right? And my mate says, we've got a blocked up toilet. Watch this, Chris. And he flushed his toilet and the water just started coming up. Oh my God, I can't think of anything worse. I bet that's happened to one or two of you before. Blocked up toilet. The question is, did it or didn't it overflow? She says, drains blocked with a build-up of hair is the most common reason plumbers are called out. But you can try a few things. It says 1 cup of baking soda to a cup of vinegar. Add the mixture to the affected drain. Leave it to fizz for 5 minutes before pouring hot water down the drain too. Repeat this method as many times as needed to clear the stubborn blockage. Isn't there stuff you can pour down? I think there's stuff you can pour down, can't you? There's stuff you can pour down the drain, isn't it, that you can get from, like, I think you can get it in supermarkets, actually. Certainly B&Q and places like that get it, can't they? Eh? What a horrible thing. Anyone having anything like that? Is it? Are you going to be 50 in a week, Mandy? Oh, that's all right. Life begins at 50, lady. Life begins at 50. Fran Green, my mother-in-law liked tongue sandwiches. Oh, no. No, please. Peter Paliwoda, pressed ox tongue. Oh, God. Not liking the sound of that, really. Not really. Have you ever been fancy stranded on a desert island? Would you like that? Would you want to be on your own or with one or two or several people? What would you like? Would you be bored on your own? It depends how big the island is, doesn't it, really? I mean, could you explore it? If it's just like a, I don't know, 20 feet square and you're stuck on it surrounded by... I would imagine that's pretty boring. You can only swim so much, can't you? Well, in the metro this morning, some sailors have been saved. 3 men stranded on a deserted Pacific island were saved when they wrote a giant SOS in the sand. So, baby, can you hear me? Can you call me SOS? Da-na-na-na. ABBA. Incredible pictures showed the distress signal on the uninhabited island of Pikelot, Pikelot, after the group went missing for nearly 3 days. The trio first set off from Pulawat Atoll to sail 25 miles to Pulap Atoll on July 30th, the Australian Defence Force said. But disaster struck when they lost their way and ran out of fuel, leaving them marooned about 120 miles from where they had set off from. Their SOS sign was spotted on Sunday by rescuers on an Australian and US aircraft. Well, they were lucky. Searchers in Guam had requested Australian help, and the military ship Canberra, which was returning to Australia from exercises, and Hawaii had diverted to join forces with the US crews. Well, they were very lucky with that, weren't they? Gosh. I stayed on Norfolk Island, which is a lovely little place in the South Pacific, but it's populated, although they've got a lot of problems there with money and things like that. When they have food, a great big ship comes over, once every few weeks, and sometimes the ship can't get there and they start running out of food. That's an absolute truth, that is. An Australian military helicopter landed on the beach and gave the group food and water before they were rescued by SCAF on a Micronesian patrol boat. Where's Micronesia? Is that like Indonesia? Maybe that should say Indonesia. You have to correct newspapers now, don't you, as you go along? There's so many mistakes in them these days. Would you like to be on a desert island like that? All 3 sailors were in good condition when they were discovered, so good on them. I think they were quite lucky to find that. The islands are known to have a rich ecosystem and a wet tropical climate, so probably they wouldn't run out of food or water there, but I don't know. There. They seem to have plenty to sort of eat and drink there, I would imagine. All right. Okay, we'll do one more story, and then we would do today's raffle tickets, boys and girls. Do you ever get a song stuck in your head? I do all the time. And you're going around and all you can hear is this song in your head. Well, one man killed himself. This is in a Daily Star this morning. A man who was struggling with a medical condition, which meant songs kept getting stuck in his head, took his own life. This bloke, who's 55 years old, told him he intended to end his life in January. He told the bloke his friend had been depressed for a long time and couldn't sleep due to last song syndrome. Now, I'm sure we've all got a little bit of this. Maybe you've been watching a telly program. It could be anything, like a TV theme, something like that. One song that went round in my head for ages and ages at Shania is the Holy, 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 Holy Lord. That one. As you know, that one just goes round and round in my head all the time. But not to the point of wanting to kill myself. This bloke told his friend, who immediately informed the South Wales police, and who also received a call from the bloke himself. And they arrived at the scene at 1:25 in the afternoon, and the bloke was standing on a viaduct in a precarious position. Can't just be the song. He must have had some other thing perhaps wrong with his head there. Officer could see Mr. Walters was prepared to jump, and 11 minutes later, more cops arrived. By 2 o'clock, he was still in the same position. 5 minutes later, he jumped. What an awful thing. He said he'd rather be dead than having to go through having last song syndrome. I'm sure one or two, you must have had that before. Paul and Lou, if it was Barry Manilow, I'd have to seriously consider it. Oh, not Baby Shark, Mick. I can't bear that song. Baby Shark. Peter Palawoda. Can't get you out of my head. He's had that stuck in his head. Gosh. Oh, excellent news. Ben Shepherd is leaving Good Morning Britain. Thank God for that. I can't stand him. No, he's just smarmy, isn't he? He's fake. Fake. I find him very fake, him. Awful. All right, gang. Let's do the raffle tickets then, shall we, my darlings? If anyone would like a raffle ticket for next Monday's big raffle, where you can win one of these heirlooms, boys. An heirloom, boys, because you could win an heirloom. Okay? Then please say ticket now, and I shall give you a raffle ticket. Maureen's first up there, 315 for young Maureen. Well, let me put these in some sort of order. Okay. It's getting quite warm here. I must sound quite warm this morning. There we are. 315 there. Was there some more? There we go. Okay. Let's do it, baby. Michael Pullman, 316. Michael Lawrence, 317. Mick Davenport, 318. Diane Jebb, 319. Mark Bowles, 320. Tony King, 321. Fran Green, 322. Shania Steele, 323. David Fryer, 324. Andy, 325. Jason Hughes, 326. Joe Woodruff's, 327. Mari Lowe, 328. John Aitken, 329. There's our lovely Denise, 330. Denise, head of Animal Welfare and Ducks on this channel, boys and girls. Denise Andrews, 331 for young Sean Pye. Morning, Sean. Sean Pye. Daniel Holmes, 332. Is that everyone? Anyone else who's been missed out? Please say ticket, please, and I will correct the error of my ways. Not that there is many. Let's be honest. And while you're discovering whether or not you've been missed out, just put in the chat box, ticket, please, okay? Underneath the rest of them. Let's do today's birthdays. Happy birthday on this, what is it, Wednesday? Wednesday the 5th of August 2022. Zabrina Walker. Morning, Zabrina. 17 years old today. That's a nice age, isn't it? 17. Happy birthday, Zabrina. Mark Anthony Dow. Good morning, Mark. Happy birthday to you. Darren Briddock. I haven't seen you for a while. Good morning, Darren. He used to do a lot with the Liberal Democrats, but I think he's changed jobs now. So happy birthday to you, Darren. There's our Skye. Oh, Skye. Such a beautiful lady. Good morning to Skye. How do I say that? Ilraya Ryan. I hope I got that right, Skye. Happy birthday, one of my karaoke people. And Jeremy Kramer as well. There's just 1, 2, 3, 4, just 5 birthdays today. Happy birthday to each and every one of you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Twice, coronavirus. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Simon Steele, let me give you a raffle ticket. Number 333 for Simon Steele. And Gary Ross, ticket number 334. Okay. All right, there's all your raffle tickets there, boys and girls. Thank you very much. And now it's time for our daily game of bingo. All the tickets went out a little bit late this morning. I keep forgetting to send out the tickets. It gets to 8:30 and I think, I haven't sent out those tickets yet. I'll get used to that, no doubt. All right, let's bring up the bingo board. You should have a little bingo ticket there with you, okay? It says at the top. I don't know what it says at the top now. What's it say at the top? One moment, please. Virtual card. There it is. Virtual. What's that just come in there? Oh, rent's just come in from someone. Thank God for that. Virtual card for Wednesday bingo. 050820 approx 10 a.m. Can't give you an exact time for the bingo. It just happens towards the end of the show, and that's it. David Fryer, Holby City. We done that earlier, David. We done it, mate. Already done that. Okay, much earlier. You obviously weren't there. Do try if you need to be with us at the beginning of the show to enjoy the full effect of the show, rather than popping in at the last minute just for the bingo, my dear. Okay, we've already done it. All right. Can we just play in for full house as always? Just a full house. As always, gang. If someone wins and they don't claim, they drop off the system. So if you find tomorrow you haven't got a bingo ticket, you may have come off the system. All right, it just means you haven't claimed for the ticket. Otherwise, it just congested at the top of the list. All right, that's how it works. You need to mark off all the tickets on your bingo card. As soon as you've done that, scream in the chat box bingo, or use the text number, or preferably both. Okay? Just have a little look at your clock, where you are now. It should just be coming up to 10:20. If you're much slower than that and you try and claim, you may find the claim doesn't get to me on time and we've moved on. If that happens for whatever reason, and we've moved on to the next number, then I'm afraid you've missed it. Okay? Even if you're convinced that you shouted on time, if it doesn't get to me on time and we've moved on to the next number, you've missed it. That's the only way to do this. Okay? We can't do it on any other way. Mark Bowles is still doing the music round from last night. Pfft, no hope with that. Well, my piano playing, my love. Here we go then. Eyes down for your first number this morning. And the prize gets an extra raffle ticket to win this family heirloom. Here we go. Eyes down. 4 and 8, 48. 1 and 3, unlucky for some, 13. All on its own, number 3. All the 6s, 66. Clickety click. 4 and 3, 43. All on its own, one little duck, number 2. Quack. It's a full house, Mark. Do pay full attention, dear. Oh, God. 1 and 4, 14. 7 and 3, 73. 4 and 5, 45. 7 and 6, 76. 2 and 8, 28. Just a reminder, gang, if you know anyone else that might want to play bingo with us, either on Sunday or during the weekday, or both, please let them know about this and get them to email me and I'll add them onto the system, all right? There's Denise with her quacking, she is in charge of ducks on this channel. 4 and 9, 49. 2 and 7, 27. 3-0, blind 30. 8 and 1, 81. 3 and 7, 37. 8 and 7, 87. I'm feeling a bit laid back now. Are you? Are you feeling laid back this morning? I was like this last night. Very laid back. One Fat Chris, number 8. All the ones, legs 11. Rachel can do that. 4-0, blind 40. Can you tell me if you started the game yet, mate? 8 and 9, 89. Have you got duck eggs? They're quite big, aren't they? 5-0, blind 50. Do duck eggs taste the same as normal eggs? Do they? I don't know if that's the case. 6 and 8, 68. 5 and 1, up 51. 4 and 1, 41. I'm being very naughty today, Shania. 4 and 1, 41. 3 and 5, 35. 2 and 3, 23. Oh, we're very disappointed with the likes this morning. God, was the show that bad that I've got hardly any likes? Very, very disappointing. 7 and 5, 75. Duck. Bloop. Top of the shop, blind 90. They richer, are they? Okay, I don't know if I'd like those or not. 2 Fat Chris's 88. Peter's trying to get another ticket, look. Sorry, Shania. Don't muck around with Shania, especially not in her church. 3 people were excommunicated this week from the Catholic Church because they didn't behave themselves on Sunday. Terrible. 5 and 7, 57. Pope Benedict isn't very well, is he? I heard his brother just died recently. I suppose were they twin brothers? Pope Benedict and his brother, were they twin brothers? 7 and 1, 71. All the 3s, 33. Morning, Mr. Media Mate. Morning. 6 and 7, 67. Yeah, that's a good idea, Mark Bowles. Right, I'm going to wait for another... I'll wait until we get to... 28 likes before we carry on the bingo. Waiting for the numbers to go up, otherwise no more bingo. And you've got 1 minute to get the likes up to 28. Thank you. Perhaps I could put the clock on. No more likes, no more bingo. Hurry up. Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. There goes another. Oh dear. Oh, that's a point. I didn't play my bingo jingle, did I? We must use all these things as they were bought. Just a moment, please. Where's the bingo jingo? Bingo. Bingo jingo. Is that it? That's better, isn't it? What did I say? Did I say? Oh, okay. Fair. Thank you very much. You've given me more than I even asked for. Thank you very much. Thank you. See, I do appreciate it. It's all to do with YouTube algorithms. I can even say that number now. Thank you very much. We carry on. 6 and 7, 67 was the last number. Well done. Good idea, Mark. We might do that in future. 8 and 4, 84. 3 and 2, 32. 1 and 6, sweet 16. Thank you, Fran. 8 and 6, 86. No likey, no bingo. Well, I'll remember that one tomorrow. Remind me to use that one tomorrow, Jason. 8 and 6, 86. 5 and 8, 58. Thank you. 8 and 5, 85. 6 and 1, 61. All on its own, number 4. I think in payment for that, Mark Bowles, when I see you eventually, I'm going to lick your face. From chin to head. All the way. From the bottom to the top. All on its own, number 4. All on its own, number 9. 3 and 6, 36. 1 and 8, 18. It's very windy today. 2 and 9, 29. Hope my new aerial doesn't blow off. 7 and 9, 79. It's really solid the way they've put that aerial up, I tell you. I've got to paint it now, though. 2 and 4, 24. Need a bit of white paint. 6 and 9, 69. All on its own, number 7. 6 and 4, 64. 6 and 3, 63. 1 and 9, 19. No likey, no licky. What, no thumbs, no nums? Nah. Nah, Jason's one's better than that. No likey, no bingo. That's better. 7 and 2, 72. 5 and 3, 53. All on its own, number 1. If you're new to the show and you're wondering what's happening here, I'll tell you afterwards, all right? 3 and 8, 38. 4 and 7, 47. Someone's very close. Wonder if it'll be him. 2 little ducks, 22. Please, Denise, if you don't mind. Boris's Den, number 10. 6 and 5, 65. 2 and 6, 26. Oh, don't, Peter. Rod Hull, he fell off the roof, didn't he? He was adjusting his TV area, wasn't painting. He went out to adjust his TV area and fell off and died. It was awful. 2 and 6, 26. What do we got here? 7 and 4, 74. 4 and 6, 46. 2-0 blind 20. Poor Rod should have sent that bird up there. Yeah, exactly. Could have carried the area up in its beak, couldn't he? 5 and 2, 52. Poor old Roddo. 1 and 5, 15. Great entertainer. Don't you think Roddo was funny? It was hilarious. Especially the Parkinson interview with Emu. There we have a winner. All the 5s, 55. We have a winner on 55. Okay. Let's bring up the clock. You've got a minute and a half to claim your prize. If I can find the clock. Where's the blooming clock gone? Oh, there it is. There's the clock. 1 minute and 30 seconds to claim your prize, please, my darling. All right. Shout bingo in the chat box or text it through to us. We've got the shimmy music playing as well. There's a place called Licky End. Is there really? How awful. Licky End. Oh, what is that? I've just dropped it. Dropped a raffle ticket on the floor. Who's won? Come on, chop chop. Went up as trying to watch Man United. I don't know what that is. Talking about football there. I know nothing about football, I'm afraid. Nothing at all about football. Come on, who's going to win this? Don't throw them away yet. Someone might not claim. You never know. Happens quite often. That one. 27 seconds. I don't think they're going to be here. Who's not going to be here? Ooh, who remembers Emu's World, the Pink Windmill and the Great Grot Bags? I do. Oh, what have I done there? Oh, I've done something. 1 minute. Oh, God. What have I done there? 1 minute. I've just done something wrong. There we are. I've just hit the mouse. Oh, no, we're not having another minute and a half. You've had your minute and a half. Okay, so someone hasn't claimed there. All right. I'll be them off the system. Do. We're carrying on, boys and girls. Carrying on. Carrying on. All right, carrying on. Only problem with Rodol is it was only accepted if he had emu with him. Yes, that's right. That's right. Yes, unfortunately, you do get kind of typecast with that, don't you? Right, order 555 was the last number. Carrying on and looking for a winner. 3 and 4, 34. Okay. 5 and 4, 54. 2 and 1, 21. Is there an extra raffle today? Sadly not. All you've got to do is touch the mouse and something else happens, you see. That's the trouble. I could do with another one of those boxes here with the buttons on it. Be a lot easier, but they're like 200 quid. Got that really to spend at the moment on things. 8 and 3, 83. Michael Pullman's sweating now, aren't you, Michael? Eh? 4 and 2, 42. Ooh, all on its own, number 6. All right, let's bring up the clock again. Wow. That'd be amazing. Here's the clock again, gang. All right. Someone else going to claim there, my loves? Let's see your claim. Who's going to claim on this one? There's somebody at the door. Not here, there isn't. There's somebody at the door. There's somebody at the door. I remember it. There's somebody at the door. Touch me and something happens. Touch me in the morning. La da 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 da. Diana Ross, dear. Fraggle Rock, that was a good one as well, wasn't it? Fraggle Rock. Oh yes. We got a claiming here. Come on, hurry up and claim. Want to see a claim? 50 seconds. Come along, studio. 50 seconds, studio. Oh, I just heard a tone from my Amazon. That would be Amazon shopping telling me possibly something's been delivered. Harry Corbett, who created Sooty, was the nephew of Harry Ramsden of the fish and chips. I like the Harry Ramsdens in Brighton. I've been there. Harry Ramsden's in Brighton. Very, very tasty indeed. All right. Is this one not going to be here as either? Gosh. Well. Okay. Right, 2 seconds, 1 second. Okay, on we go. Still looking for a winner. Get that clock off there. Still looking for a winner. Oh! Michael Palman, you're just in there, mate. Whoa! You were just in there, Michael. Well done. Okay, you were just in. In is in. You won. Let's have a look at the numbers there for Michael Palman, who's just claimed right at the end there. Oh, that was so close. We nearly moved there. Here comes the numbers. Michael Palman, 6, 11, 19, 24, 29, 34, 40, 43, 55, 65, 68, 71, 75, 83 and 89. Congratulations to Michael Palman. Let me give you another raffle ticket, 335. Okay. Michael Palman wins this morning with ticket number 335. There you go, Michael. Well done, darling. All right, we have a winner. If you're new to this channel, a warm welcome along to Bingo. We have a little bingo game at the end of every show. Right. And then we have a big bingo game on Sunday where we actually play 6 games on a Sunday with little prizes and things like that. If you'd like to join us for the bingo, all you've got to do is send me an email to that address there saying please add me to either the weekday bingo, which we do every morning round about this time. I can't give you an exact time, just depends how long the show goes on, you know. Or the Sunday one where we play 6 games of bingo with little prizes. That's at 8 o'clock on Sunday nights. Okay, or both. just let me know in the email. I'll be very happy to add you to that. As always, gang, if someone doesn't claim in time, you do fall off the system. Usually people are running behind, like they've joined the show a little bit too late and the clock is not matching up with mine there. So very, very important. When you're playing, make sure your clock is the same as mine. Otherwise, you can be late and you can miss it. All right. And if for whatever reason you're late, whatever the reason is, and we've moved on, then you've missed it, and that's just how it is. All right. Congratulations to Michael Palmer for winning the bingo today, and that's it for the show on this Wednesday morning. I'll see you again tomorrow morning, round about the same time. Would you like a date for that? I would like a date for that. Have a nice day. See you soon. Bye bye.